Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Copperajah. I presume that's how you say it. I still don't actually know. Or Copperajah, I'm not actually 100% sure. But today we are covering Copperajah. It's 122 base HP, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously with base 69 defenses, it's not the most amazing, but it kind of balances out to be pretty good. And then a base 130 attack stat, which is absolutely ginormous. And also a base 30 speed stat, so it's a really good opportunity to use as a Trick Room user. Now, this is an update video from a previous video because Copperajah, I'm going to say Copperajah, has got access to some new moves in the Isle of Armor update. If you'd like to go check out that previous video, there is a card up in the corner that you can go and check out now. Also, whilst I'm doing a bit of plugging there, I would appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It would really help me out and it would really be appreciated. So, today, what we're going to do is cover Copperajah. The first one we're covering is a Stealth Rock set. So Stealth Rock allows for you to set up the, obviously, rocks on the opposing Pokemon's field, and that can actually cause damage on things like Fire types, which are super effective against you. You've got Ice types, Bug types, and Flying types, which also take 25% damage to it as well. So, can be very huge. Obviously, Heavy Duty Boots being introduced has kind of nerfed it a little bit, but it still can rack up damage on most Pokemon on a team. We've then got Body Press. Now, with your natural defense at least 69, it's not going to do the most attack in the world, but Body Press I thought works quite nice just to hit a variety of different Pokemon, and I'm sure you can learn Iron Defense. Let me just double check. You can learn Iron Defense, so if you want to put Iron Defense on here as well to increase up your defense stats, maybe if you increase that by maybe two uses of Iron Defense, you could actually have a very high defense stat, and that Body Press would do a lot more damage. You've got High Horsepower, which is a powerful ground type attack, again, hitting a variety of different Pokemon, including things like Steel types and also Fire types. And then finally, you've got Iron Head, which is your strong stab. Steel type move, it hits a lot of different Pokemon. Excuse me, I've got a cough. Okay, so if you want to run this in the Trick Room scenario, you definitely could run that as well. Obviously, if you're setting up the Stealth Rock, you probably want to do that early match, so this might be a case that you bring Copperajah in a couple of different times, maybe when the Trick Room set is set up. Second set we have is a Sheer Force Life Orb set. So basically, Sheer Force and Life Orb work very well together because if you have the Sheer Force, which basically takes away the secondary effects of any of the moves and increases the power, if it has that secondary effect, the Life Orb does not activate, or the Life Orb does not get the recoil from you, so you still get the boost from the Life Orb, but you do not get the recoil from it. So Iron Head, for example, has the secondary effect to flinch a Pokemon. Now, Sheer Force takes that away and boosts the power of the Iron Head, and this in turn will take the power from the Life Orb but not give you the recoil, so that can work very nicely for you there as well. Then we've got Brick Break, which Brick Break, I don't think it registers it having that secondary effect unless it would actually have an impact. So you would probably take the recoil damage from that one. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that seems the logical way to me. But fighting type attacks can just hit a variety of different Pokemon as well. Play Rough, which is a powerful fairy type attack. It has the chance to lower the attack of the opposing Pokemon, so it does get that Sheer Force boost as well. And Rock Slide also gets the Sheer Force boost. So having all those boosts there can work very, very nicely for you to have that extra power and also not take the recoil from the Life Orb. Basically, Sheer Force Life Orb is a very, very broken thing. EV's got max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, so more attack than less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Again, really good Pokemon to use in the Trick Room scenario. So if you've got like, I don't know, Porygon 2 or like NDD or I don't know, Hatterene, they can set up the Trick Room. You can then come in and then just do a heck of a lot of damage. And if you're going for a Brave Nature, so more attack and less speed, you should outspeed basically anything. Okay, moving on to our third set here. So this one will work as a Dynamax set. So I've gone for Sheer Force here. I think I actually intended to go for Heavy Metal because Heavy Metal and Heavy Slam go really well together because the heavier you are, the more damage you do. So having Heavy Metal doubling your weight increases the power that Heavy Slam is going to do to the Pokemon. I've put Citrus Berry on here just to allow you to heal yourself up because why not? I mean, healing up is important. We've got Heavy Slam, which if you Dynamax would turn to Max Steel Spike, increasing up your defense stats. Brick Break, which turns to Max Knuckle, increasing up your attack stats. So two of your stats that are very important already being raised up. High Horsepower, which is a powerful ground type attack, and again boosts up that Special defense, sorry, which again can allow for you to live a few more hits and is also a good attack in general. And finally, we've got Power Whip, which can set up the grassy terrain if you need it. So, for example, if you're in singles, Earthquake is a very, very common attack. If you set up that grassy terrain, that Earthquake is going to be doing half power, which will basically probably make a difference and allow for you to live more hits. So, and Power Whip as well is a good coverage move to hit things like water types and ground types as well, which are super effective against you. EV's gone for max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. So I think that's that one explained. And finally, we're going to go on to Gigantomax Copperajah or Copperajah, however it is. So basically, this one's got a little bit of explanation to it. We've got Steel Roller. Now, Steel Roller will turn into G-Max Steel Surge, which will set up a layer of spikes on the field. Now, I don't think they work like normal spikes. I think they work similarly to how Stealth Rocks works. Now, that's what I can kind of conclude from it, from what I've seen. If I'm wrong, please do comment down below if you do know that that is wrong. But from what I've gathered, Steel Surge sets up a steel version of Stealth Rocks, which, so if something was 4 times weak to it, it would take 50% damage. At least that's what I gathered from it. And it does not stack. It does not stack on how many times you use it. So then you've also got Earthquake, which again increases up your special defense through max Quake. Superpower, increasing up your attack through max Knuckle as well. So all 3 of those can work really nicely to raise up your stats very nicely. Or no, sorry, Steel Roller doesn't, but the other 2 work to raise up the stats nicely. And being able to set up the Steel Surge as well can actually be really helpful. Finally, I've gone for Zen Headbutt, and Zen Headbutt's purely there to be able to set up the terrain to allow for the Steel Roller's work when you are outside of Dynamax. And also having the Psychic Terrain stop things like priority from happening. So if you are in a Trick Room scenario, basically having that Psychic terrain on there means that no priority is going to be able to happen, so you're not going to have any problems. EV's gone for max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You could, again, go for the brave nature here if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.